How to choose the right VST or plugin for music production or audio engineer. Hey, what's good? This Talk to Tron, your favorite producer, your favorite engineer. And right now we in the studio, and I want to break down and identify and give you guys examples of how to choose plugins or VST for your music production. You don't have to have 1,000 plugins. You don't have to have everything, but you just need to be able to find something that you like, something that you enjoy to use, and something that you understand, something that's user friendly that you can just keep going back to and building off of, establishing a foundation. So we're gonna take a listen to this, and then we're gonna do a plugin, a VST substitute, and I'm thinking about changing at least one, but we might change up to 3. So and just stay tuned, because you guys are gonna be able to see the plugin of my choice that I'm considering going to. So let's take a listen, then we're gonna talk about it. All right, great. So I gave you guys 1 minute worth of beat, music production, structure, and all those things. So typically, those things are not going to change unless I hear something different in the different sounds that we're using. So this is a cool vibe, but based off of what I'm hearing, I don't want to change the vocals. I don't want to change the piano. Now I'm thinking between the expand and the electric X. So the expand is most likely gonna be my piano melody. So I might start there, because I always think it could be the foundation. And see, can we build off of those things. Then if not, we're gonna go to the electric X and swap it out. So with that being said, let's start off with, let's swap out the expand. I'm sorry, let's swap it out, and we're gonna go to Source Lab. Let's go to Source Lab. We definitely don't want a synth. So let's go to a R&B forever. So let's use the preset bank, and let's see with the R&B forever. Let's look for some keys. Okay, hopefully we there now. So hopefully you guys can see it. So we got Source Layout. We got the keys. Alright, so let's see. So we don't want to compress. So we're gonna go with it. Alright, so we're gonna see, can we add an EQ? Alright, so I like this. So let's see, can we come back to Electric Edge now? Can we start it back over? Cause throughout this video, throughout this tutorial, I hope you guys been enjoying the process of how to choose a plugin, why, what parameters, what things are important to you, to your workflow, to your craft. So choosing a plugin, don't just focus on the cost, don't focus on the hype of what everyone using, because there's so many amazing VSTs and plugins out there, but you must be able to find the one for your choice. And from me loving Expand, from me loving Electric X, and being able to trust and replace that sound with Sounds Labs, being able to replace Expand and Electric X. If anyone know me from the production world, I love Expand and I love Electric X. They're part of my formula of how I produce the foundation. And for me to be able to trust Initial Audio and putting it into my workflow, and it made me produce a better beat in my eyes. It changed the tone, it changed the vibe, but we have the same scripture. We have all of these things. So yeah, if you guys are interested in being able to use the same plugin that I'm using in and maybe even you guys need a little bit assistance with how to produce, let's go grab a plugin of something that I already use. Why not Initial Audio, where you guys can use my code, my affiliate link, and you can go get it, and you can get up to 15% out. So why not? They just disclaimer, I'm just letting you know I'm working with them, and this changed my sound. So if you guys want to see how the beat actually turned out, man, comment finished, comment done. Talk to Tron, your favorite producer, your favorite engineer.